Guys, thanks for coming back again. We have another killer Patina boosted C10 that we just built. It's a 1962 C10. Was brought to us from a customer, came in driving, inline 6-cylinder, 4-speed on the ground. Nice little truck, but he wanted a Pro Tour. So everything that we've done bottom to top is kind of like our go-to combination of parts that we like. So straight to the frame, had it blasted, powder coated. It has a Q01 full suspension, front and rear. Willwood brakes, front and rear. They're the big 6 pistons on the front, 4 pistons on the rear, and big sway bars. We have a Boyd's tank in the back. That's something that we retrofitted to the back of the frame. For the wheels, we have Hot Rod by Boyd's. They are a full 2-piece billet wheel. Customs are 20 on the front, 20 on the rear. I believe we're running a 255 front and a 305 in the back. For the engine, it is a 5.3. It's a LM7 5.3. It's been redone a few times, but the final product, we have forged pistons, forged rods, factory crank. We have stock heads on it, and we topped it off with a Harrop 2300 intake manifold, and it does a really good job. We have their pulley set up with a stock accessory drive for a Vortec pickup truck. It's still on a 6 rib, and it put out right under 11 pounds of boost. And the truck made 525 on the dyno. We have a few videos that you can click on the link here, and especially there's a few videos building up to this process, and you can check those out. They're really, really good. Moving down, we backed it up with a T56 6-speed. Always go to the manual. That's your go-to. It makes the truck really, really, really feel alive. And we have a 12 volt in the back. It's built 373 gears, posi. Moving on to the interior, we have a Snowden interior for the truck. It has a nice bolstered bench seat. He also did the door panels. It's kind of clean in there. There's really nothing done to the dash. It's all original paint. And we topped it off with RTX gauges from Dakota Digitals, and we did vintage air as well. For the vintage air, we did run the ductwork inside the dash, but as you see in the engine bay, we kept the heater, factory firewall heater box, so it doesn't look like it's got vintage air in it, but we didn't really want to cut out the firewall and smooth it out because we're trying to keep as much original sheet metal as possible, and I think we did a really good job on that. So it looks really clean. The only thing that's really nice in the engine bay is the engine itself and the plumbing. All the wiring is hidden. The intercooler's all tucked in behind the grill. The pump's underneath. The catch can's underneath. The battery is relocated underneath as well. But there's a lot of hidden gems on this truck. For the pedals, this is kind of an odd year. The 60 to 62 C10s have an odd firewall, clutch pedal, brake pedal combination. Even though this was a factory 4-speed hydraulic manual transmission truck, the clutch and the brake reservoir are actually inverted. So we called up Jesse at Level 7 Motorsports. We told him what we needed, and he said, "We got you." A few weeks later, he sent us the pedal assembly with the Willwood brakes, the reservoir, the lines, everything we needed to make this Tremec work with this firewall. Also inside, it has a retro sound head unit. So we got speakers behind the seat. We made a custom panel board for the Holley Terminator, the American Autowire fuse panel, and all the speakers and the amps are kind of retained right there, and they got some 8-inch subs on both sides of the panel. For the fuel tank relocation, we did put a Boyd's tank in the back, like I said, but we wanted a unique filler neck. We didn't want a big hole in the center of the floor where it's kind of annoying. It's billet plate that might get scratched up. So we had the owner bring us a 5-gallon hydraulic tractor fluid Gulf can, and it matches the truck. It's nice and patinaed, and we made a custom stainless filler neck for it, and it fills up wide open. It doesn't kick back or anything, and it worked out really good. So we retained the factory filler cap in the cab, and we used the battery tender inside, and so now that maintains the truck gets stored for a long period of time. It's a trickle charger. You drop in an extension cord, and it charges or maintains the battery at 1.5 amps. The bed floor, pretty neat actually. The wood was junk in the truck when we got it, so the owner had a barn that he had originally tore down, and he retained all the good wood off of it. So he repurposed the wood, replaned it, got everything to work with the original strips. We had to put new hardware in it, but if you see the strips, all the strips are original. For exhaust, it does have custom 3-inch stainless exhaust front to back. We did have to do some ovaling because the customer wanted to go all the way out the back with the tips. So it has custom 3-inch exhaust. We always use our Borla Pro XS. That's our kind of our go-to muffler. Gives it a really good tone. You can talk in the truck. You can listen to music in the truck. If you want to be rowdy, just get it over 3,000 RPMs. Everyone knows you're ready to play. But with the QA1 suspension, it's kind of difficult with a Boyd's tank to kind of get around there. So we had to use some oval piping. We got around the coilovers, and it looks really good. It sounds really good. So that's pretty much a wrap on this truck. Hopefully it's going to be at a few shows next year. You guys will be able to see it. We do appreciate everyone following us, everyone subscribing and liking our videos. We have tried to put out a lot more content out for you guys on all the social platforms, and we appreciate it if you continue to just keep following us along. Thanks. We got this new truck we just built. It's fully electric, all-wheel drive, and it's the fastest truck in the world.